Okay, question 10. Now, sequence of translations is applied to the graph of y equals x cubed. Which of our following graphs could be the result of the sequence of translations? Cool. Okay, so now we're restricted to translations, all right? Make sure don't misread the question as transformations, all right? Translations only. So you can either go up, down, left, or right. That's all you could do, all right? So let's imagine a graph, moving up and down. What does that change? Well, that changes the constant term of the cubic only, right? It changes the constant term only. Okay, that means that the coefficient of x squared and the coefficient of x can only be changed by moving left or right. Yeah, and already see you could already see that one answer is insensible, which is answer 3, right? That 27x cubed is more of an enlargement. All right, the 27x cubed probably comes from like maybe 3x all cubed. Then you get 27x cubed, right? But that's banned. You can only translate now, right? So 3 is definitely wrong, all right? Because there's no way that you can generate a coefficient in front of the x cubed. Yeah. Okay, so now let's check each of them. So remember, coefficient of x squared and x comes from an x translation. So for example, the first one, if you think of the binomial expansion of cubics, then this would probably resemble some form like this, right? X minus 1 cubed, right? Because that gives me x cubed, and in the next term, brilliant, minus 3x squared, spot on, right? I'm hitting the cubic straight away. Okay, but then my next term is plus 3x. Okay, unfortunately, this is plus 9x, but the expansion is plus 3x, right? So, but then if I cater for the plus 9x, then I'm going to lose the negative 3 in front of the x squared. So there's no way that I can care for both of them. All right, so there's no single translation which gives me those coefficients. All right, so 1 is wrong, unfortunately. Okay, how about 2? Could I cater for it? Okay, so this is 9x squared, right? So you would expect x minus 3 cubed. All right, so first term, x cubed, happy days. Second term, minus, is it 9x squared? I hope so. Yeah, it is 9x squared. Okay, how about the third term? Use your binomial expansion skills. Plus 27x. Yeah, okay, so the first 3 terms are bang on. So that looks nice. How about the last term? The last term is negative 27. And you might say, hey, the last term doesn't match. Right? But then remember, I can adjust the last term using what? Using a y translation. Yeah, I can move the graph up and down to adjust the constant at the end. Okay, so for example here, I can move the graph up by 24 units. So if I add 24 here, then I'll get the polynomial in the second one, in the second cubic. Yeah. Okay, so therefore 2 is possible. All right, so therefore answer C, 2 only.